Hello, everybody. Today we will be reviewing the ninth season of The Big Bang Theory. So this season starts off with Penny and Leonard tying the knot. Yes, right, because at the end of the eighth season, they were going to Vegas to do it. They end up live streaming the wedding to their friends, and as you know, at the end of the eighth season, Amy takes her time to reevaluate Sheldon and her situation, and I think that was the season that Sheldon had the engagement ring. Anyway, this season she finds out about the engagement ring when Sheldon's Meemaw comes to visit, and turns out Sheldon's Meemaw doesn't like Amy very much. They end up getting into this huge argument. It is discovered that Penny defends Sheldon quite a bit, which we obviously know because she does, because they've become really close friends over the last few seasons, even though she finds him odd, but she has become really close friends with him now. What else is there in this season? Oh, yes. Leonard and Sheldon's mom meet for the first time. They do not get along at all, based on the fact that she's a psychologist, and Sheldon's mom is very religious. So they end up meeting and not getting along very well due to that, because they just have two totally different backgrounds. And Sheldon's mom is an atheist, and obviously we know that... Leonard's mom is the atheist, and Sheldon's mom is super religious, as we know from past seasons. Howard and Leonard are building a... Why can't I think of it? Oh, a guidance system. They finally, based on Sheldon and Leonard's experiment, finding a new element, I believe it was. And so then Howard comes onto the project to help them out with it. And they end up building this guidance system. And then Howard ends up thinking that the government is trying to track him down when he gets this email from the military, after he finally figures out, takes care of all the flaws with the guidance systems, and finally gets it to work. Raj is now was dating two women before he ends up screwing it up on their wine tasting by accidentally letting the cat out of the bag that he's dating more than one woman. I can't remember the other girl's name for some reason right now, but I know one of them is Emily. He ends up getting back together with Emily, and then he ends up dating this other girl as well. So it's kind of funny, because Raj's life has turned completely around now, from not being able to talk to women without drinking to dating two women. So it's like a total switch. I don't think... Was this the season that Stuart moved out of Howard and Bernadette's house? It might have been. That might have been one of the other things that happens in this season as well. Let me just check that, because I think that might have been the last season. But I'm watching these so quickly that sometimes the... Oh yes, I forgot about the bachelor party. That episode was funny, when they're trying to find different ways to get the one lug nut off the tire, and then they end up just burning the whole van, so they have to go back to the apartment. One of the episodes... one of the episodes, Leonard and Sheldon are trying to obtain helium for their project, and they end up getting it in a legal way, I suppose, because they're not sure if the helium came from the U.S. government or not, because the tag on the helium tank is cut off. So that was a really good episode. And then the very last episode... Oh yes, Sheldon and Amy do end up getting back together after they realize that they're perfect for each other, because Sheldon gets this song stuck in his head, and he can't get it out for like a full episode, and then he realizes that it's because it's making him think of Amy, the song, why it was in his head. What else? Oh, one of the biggest things in this season, I would say, was Howard meeting Elon Musk in one of the episodes when they go to the soup kitchen. That was definitely a big thing. I'm just going off my phone here to kind of remember everything that happens so I can get the most key points. Yeah, so that was definitely one of the big things. I think, yeah, we talked about Sheldon's Meemaw coming. I would say another one would be the ending episode when Leonard and Penny decide that they are going to have another ceremony because their parents weren't able to go to the first one, and Penny is trying to create or trying to bond with Leonard's mother a little bit more, just so she can have some sort of relationship with her. Although that doesn't end up going well because Leonard invites his dad, and clearly Leonard's mother and father don't get along due to the fact that he cheated on her years ago, so she still holds resentment for that. And at the end of the episode, it turns out that Sheldon's mom and Leonard's dad end up getting together, so that's a big cliffhanger for the 10th season, which I will do a review of eventually. I'm going to see if I can find a stream of it online, or if I can't do that, I will just order the DVDs when I get around to it. But lots more content is being planned right now, so plenty of time between that and this season reviews. You won't see this for a while, so what else? I think that about covers everything except for Raj getting way too intense in. Oh, right. Bernadette gets pregnant. That was the one thing. And then Raj ends up getting a little too involved in the pregnancy thing. He just feels like he's a part of it, I guess, based on how close him and Howard are. So he ends up getting a little bit too intense with it, so he's kind of told to back off. And then Bernadette ends up getting sad due to the fact that her hormones are acting up during her pregnancy, so that was just... So they end up letting him back in, and things go well from there, I guess. I know they applied for a grant for their project, and it turns out that the university would get way more money than they would, so they end up backing out of that deal. And I think, yeah, that covers everything in this season. Now, I know if you guys aren't familiar with these reviews, if you haven't watched one of these before, I will be doing a total, rating system when I complete the whole series, because I find that doing a rating system for each season is kind of odd to rate it out of a 10, so I'll just do that when I'm completed the series. I just like to say that at the end of every video, just so everybody knows that that's what I'm doing. So I'm just kind of picking out key points in each season, and then I'll do a whole rating system at the very end and kind of give my thoughts on what I liked and what I didn't like. And so that's it for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye for now.